like fear of judgment. लोग क्या सोचेंगे, कैसे सोचेंगे? I don't care, it's none of my business. I must think about my progress. If I'm not thinking about my progress, that means I'm not learning, I'm not developing my lifestyle. My dear friend, you have to understand. When you understand, then you are going to become fluent. Then you will take steps, and then you have something to think differently. You have to remove all kind of fear of judgment and mistakes, right? Thank you very much for being connected. My dear friend, today we are going to discuss very important topics to speak English. How you can become fluent, what you can do. My dear friend, English is very important language. So you have to understand what's happening to you, why you can't able to speak, what are the major problem that you are facing, that's why you can't able to speak. My dear friend, welcome back in my channel. Thank you so much for your precious time. Today I'm going to tell you very important message that would change your English communication skills. You know, my dear friend, as you can see the board, I have mentioned very important message. You have to understand, you know, fear of judgment, or mistakes. While learning English, what you feel like, you always feel like fear. Dear friend, please tell me, are you going to learn anything? Are you going to do anything when you have fear? When you have fear in your mind, your body and soul, are you going to learn anything? You can't able to learn anything when you have fear. You have lots of ambitions, goal, and you wanted to do it. Because of the fear, you can't able to do it. You are not taking your steps forward. You are not going forward. You are not thinking about the progress or development because you have fear. Fear means anything, right? Now here, fear of judgment. Fear of judgment means लोग क्या सोचेंगे, क्या बोलेंगे when I speak English, if I speak incorrect English, if I speak like wrong English, if I do mistake while speaking English. लोग क्या सोचेंगे, what they will think, are they going to kill me? My friends or people, what they are going to think or what they are going to tell me? My dear friend, this is what the biggest mistake. That's why we can't able to learn. We are not going to speak anything, and we are not doing practice because we always saying to our mind that I will do mistakes, or fear of judgment. आप सोच रहे हो कि people what they will think, what they are going to tell me. When you are speaking English, you thinking that what people will say to me, how they are going to judge me. If I speak wrong English, then what will happen? If I do mistake, then what will happen? People will kill me. Do you think that people will kill you? My dear friend, no, nobody will kill you, right? If you do mistake, then you will learn. Mistakes are the part of learning. Mistake is the proof that you are learning. When you are not learning, means you are not doing mistake. When you don't do mistake, you are not learning. So tell me, is it right or wrong? Why you are not learning? Why you are not studying? Because you think that you will do mistakes. If you don't do mistake, means you are not going to learn. So my dear friend, you have to understand, you have to do mistake. Mistakes are proof. They are saying to you that you are learning, you are developing. In this world, you can see whatever people have achieved. Billionaire or so many people, they are too much, they have lots of money, they are richest person. How they started? Do you think that they did thousands of mistakes? Then after that, they become what they want. So my dear friend, never fear, never feel shy, never think like what will happen. This is all about your progress and development. Then why you feel like fear? Like why do you feel fear? Why you are worrying about that mistake will happen? Mistakes are the part of the life. When you have fear, you can see, when you have fear of judgment, you are not going to speak, you are not going to do practice. Your practice is not happening because you have fear of judgment. What people will think, what she will think, what they will think, what your parents will think, what your relatives are they going to think. Because fear of judgment, my dear friend, you don't have to fear about anything. When you speak in front of the people, so don't try to think that what people and how people are going to judging me, why they are judging me. What you have to take here, maybe they will judge one time, two time, three time. When you did lot of practice, there will be no judgment, everything will remove. So my dear friend, how that happens because of the mistake which you done. When you do the mistake in the beginning time, when you do a lot of mistake, then the correction will come, then perfection will come. You have to understand, this is a trick. So many people, almost everyone, they fear of fear of judgment. लोग क्या सोचेंगे, कैसे सोचेंगे, आई डोंट केयर, इट्स नन ऑफ माई बिजनेस, आई मस्ट थिंक अबाउट माई प्रोग्रेस. इफ आई एम नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट माई प्रोग्रेस, दैट मीन्स आई एम नॉट लर्निंग, आई एम नॉट डेवलपिंग माई लाइफ स्टाइल. माई डियर फ्रेंड, you have to understand. When you understand, then you are going to become fluent, then you will take steps, and then you have something to think differently. From this video, my dear friend, you have to remove all kind of fear of judgment and mistakes, right? Speak wrong English, use incorrect pronunciation, incorrect vocabularies, right? Don't think about lot of grammar. Very important thing is that you are trying, you are speaking, you are trying, you are speaking, you are giving your best. When you do the mistake, when you remove the fear of judgment, you feel like, yes, I'm learning, I'm developing, then my dear friend, the main progress will start, right? Then you will see like lots of things are happening. I was speaking wrong English in the beginning, and I had lots of fear of judgment. I always thinking about what he is going to think, what I'm going to think, what they are going to think. I think I should not speak English, and I was not speaking English. That is why it takes lots of time. So my dear friend, you have to understand, you have to do mistakes, and you have to, there is nothing inside in your mind that people will judge me. Fear of judgment, you have to remove, you have to understand. My dear friend, I hope this is a very important topic which I told you today. You have to understand, you have to implement. Don't think about the fear of judgment, and don't worry about the mistakes. Mistakes are part of the life. Do mistake, you are born to do mistake, we born to do mistakes. We are experimenting, we are not perfect person, nobody is perfect in this world. So you have to understand, you have to understand by your mind, your heart, your soul. When you understand, then you will take steps. That is a very important thing. While speaking English, you are not going to think about anything. You are going to change your English communication skills after watching this video. This is a very important. You need to understand. You have to understand. I hope this is a wonderful things which you are learning. If you inspired and you feel like great, and my dear friend, you have to challenge yourself that I'm not going to think about these things, I'm going to think about my progress. No matter how mistakes, or no matter what people are going to think about, I don't have to care. I have to continue my progress, I have to speak, I have to learn English. English is important. Nothing I can achieve without English, right? I hope you understood, my dear friend. If you understood, please share and subscribe. Watch my English shorts videos. Those are very important and very great. You will get multiple knowledge and informations. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for your precious time. Thank you so much.